I ask the congregation to stand. I ask that Pam come forward with me. So this is a moment that you and I have been thinking about and speaking about and planning about, but truth be told, this journey began long before you and I knew one another. Your entire adult life, you have been living as a Jew with your beloved. You raised two amazing children, and you are loving three extraordinary grandchildren in your Jewish soul. And then we began a journey. It was actually 4 years ago when we traveled to Israel, and 3 years ago when we began to study, and the all of life through your choosing your faith, your choosing your peoplehood for you, Pam. And so now, having sat in front of your Beit Din on Wednesday, and having had the privilege and gift of mikveh this morning, you chose to come before your congregation to affirm your choice. So I first say to you, Brucha haba'a b'shem Adonai. You are welcome, as I told you, home, in the name of all that is sacred. And we, from your community, respond and we say, Berach nuchach mi Beit Adonai. May you always be blessed here in your house. As your community witnessing your journey, I ask you, Pam, do you choose to enter the covenant between the source and the people of Israel and to become a Jew of your own free will?
Yes.
And do you accept Judaism to the exclusion of all other faiths and practices?
Yes, definitely.
Do you pledge your loyalty to Judaism and to the Jewish people under all circumstances?
Yes.
Do you promise to continue living and loving the Jewish home that you have established, and to continue living and loving and participating in your Jewish community, in your shul, in your synagogue?
Yes, I do.
And do you commit yourself to the pursuit of Torah, both through study and through living Torah?
Yes.
And as you are blessed with a growing family of grandchildren, do you commit to bringing your blessings, to have those blessings overflow as your family continues to grow?
Yes, I do.
So I'm going to ask you to take your place here and share with us your affirmation.
Thank you for coming. It's so good to see you. We've been watching virtually for 2 years since COVID started, since March. So it's so good to be here in person, and especially because I'm Jewish. There's a quote that I want to share with you that describes for me how I feel. It's in the tapestry of Jewish time. I am passing through the narrow canal of the parted waters to emerge new on the other side. It's so beautiful. In my conversion studies for 3 years, the rabbi and I met. It was heavenly having a personal trainer as a rabbi. She taught me Hebrew, and she eliminated the prayers in the rituals and the cycles of life of Judaism. Rabbi, you are the epitome. You are the epitome of loving kindness. You shared your strength, you shared yourself, you shared your brilliance, and you shared your feeling about social justice to me. It is with deep appreciation that I thank you, Yael. I am a Jew now. I am a Jew because the faith of Israel demands no abdication of my mind. I am a Jew because the faith of Israel requires the devotion of my heart. I am a Jew because in every place where suffering weeps, Jews weep. In my life as a Jew, I will practice loving kindness, forgiveness to myself, and apologizing. That has not come easy for me. Right, Russ? Read. Jesse. As a Jew, I will open myself up to the presence of the divine, as if the fate of time depends on a single moment. As a Jew, I join in the generations of Jews. I join into the history of Israel and with the ancestors of our Karasik family. I affirm to further establish my own Jewish home, to be an exceptional wife to Russ, Jewish wife, a loving Jewish mother to Jesse, to Reed, to Sally, a grand Jewish grandma, Gima, they call me, to you, Estelle, and to Georgia, and to Teddy. I know you're watching. And I promise to give lots of gefilte fish to Charlie Bear, Pooper, and Louie. Thank you.
So my prayer for you, may you welcome the opportunity of rebirth through your newly affirmed identity, strong in your sense of who you are, held up by those who came before you, your family of origin, and your family, your people, Israel, to whom you become one with today. May the legacy of our ancestors support you on your journey, as the memory of Joseph supported Israel in the wilderness, as your faith becomes action in the world and your actions create your character. Resolve to birth continually your full self of faith, joy, study, and deeds. May you find sure footing in this journey, Pam, on a path that only you can walk, together with your community, in the midst of the sea, that sea that you so love. The sea, it's daunting, and it is also a source of life and beauty and inspiration. May you triumph over fears and adversity, living your Jewish life with yirah, a sense of awe, and come through the sea onto dry land, a new soul, freeing herself through birth waters. Pam is going to affirm now through her our traditional words of the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai
Echad. I ask the congregation to rise together with me as we affirm page 100 and 52.
Shema
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Hannah joins us on the bima as she leads together with Alexandra and myself the Shema. 154.